Just before we get started, I want to say thank you, Scott-Boogie. You did a wonderful job. Thanks to you for opening it up. And here we go. Take it away, OelGrez. Hello, everyone, and hello, Jazz. Hey, I got an idea. Let's go to a friend's park. He built the park. He uploaded it, and we have Foxy waiting for us at the park, and we're going to go ahead and head on over. And we're going to have a nice day over at his park. And we did some work on it ourselves. He uploaded this park to the workbench.
All right, Mr. Voiceover, you're
so
up.
People can go
Do the
in.
Script clip, please. We just redid it,
brought it upstairs, so you're all set. Script clip, and then slide it down to the end. All right, we got that done. I had to go down and redo the script clip that we use at the end of that. I tried to do it by memory, and I could, so I went down and redid it. I brought it up. That's what I got here. So what we're doing here is this is a little thing I created way back when I first did my first park, and I did the racetrack. Well, next to the racetrack or go-kart track, I created this little outfit here. And I for the longest time I couldn't figure out anything, trying to and I finally came up with Freedom Cruiser, because I can imagine cruising around in that car with my old rock and roll going, and the wind blowing in your hair, and you're doing no, you wouldn't be doing burnouts, because you'd be just cruising. That's what it's for, cruising. Find that boulevard, get the music going up and down the boulevard while everybody's just checking your ride out. And I remember those days. I had some of those when I was a teenager in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Highway 100 was one that we used to cruise. Whitnell Park was another place we used to cruise, where you cruise around the park, and then you'd find a group that you knew. You'd stop and you have a good time, get back in the car and keep going, or you stop and have a picnic there at the park. It was great. It was fun growing up, and some of the best music coming out of my FM radio, because at one time there was only AM. I remember getting the FM. I remember getting the cassettes and the A-tracks and putting them in the car so you could listen to your own music without the commercials. But the commercials provided the music anyway. If you couldn't afford that stuff, you had an AM FM radio, you tuned it to your rock and roll station or country station, whatever you were listening to at the time, and you cruised to it. That's the whole premise, the idea behind this club. And what they do, like I said, they take old cars, like I got a car burning, like an old crashed up car sitting in there. And what they do is they take the old cars, they convert them over, and they create these Freedom Cruisers. And they're rare. So if you have one, you can become part of the club, which is the Freedom Cruiser Club. And these here individuals, this here club, is part member of the Go-Kart League. I established that way back on the racetrack when I built, and they're part of the Go-Kart League, and I call them the Black Hat League because they all got the black top hats on. So, and I was thinking the black top hat would make them the top league. In other words, they're the better league. You got to know what you're doing and stuff like that. And they can afford to be in that league because they can afford their own equipment, because they build their own stuff, right? They make their own cars, so they could easily build go-kart and take it out there and race it. And that's what they do. They do it for fun. They do it to bring the name to their product. And right now you can see that they're creating like an ad for their Freedom Cruisers and stuff like that, and I got that going on. But the thing that's needed, we need a track. But I took care of that.
Entertainer. So I could use.
This is Foxy,
the actual Stay Puft guy.
Yeah, Foxy's better.
Use with the Ghostbusters thing, but I like Foxy.
I see. Next time I go in, I'm gonna open it up
go.
so Foxy can
I can
interact with the
New
guests.
creations from her point of view.
She's the
See?
good entertainer. That's why I like her.
And there it is.
There it is. The go-kart track in the back. We
Fits in
put
there
it
pretty
in.
good though, doesn't it, Scott?
But see,
And like I
that's
said, that's a
that was
Freedom
the
Cruiser.
connection
Kind of
between
explain it.
the
It's a
club,
club.
the go-kart track,
They
because they have their
create
league.
these cars
Yeah,
from
there you go.
busted up cars.
Yeah.
They refurbish them and
Yes.
they make them into convertibles, and then they
And
can
for
use
cruising.
them for going out on Fridays and
Cruising.
Saturdays, go cruising.
American Graffiti.
Freedom Cruisers.
There's some scenes in there
Yeah,
where
but
they're
it calls itself
cruising.
the Freedom Cruiser Club.
Dazed
They
and
are
Confused.
part of a go-kart
That's what
league,
they're talking
and
about.
they're
They're cruising
part
up
of
and
the
down the
Black
boulevard.
Hat League, which is the top
And then you got
league in the
the go-kart league.
This is so cool, Scott. You did a hell of a job with this. I love it. Good job.
Yeah, it is.
Wanted to do a little commentary.
We're gonna go back in. We're gonna do some more. Like I said, I want to open up to guests, get some shots of the guests coming through, checking out, because the Ghostbuster theme, the Ghostbuster Park part about it, that's all Scott. He built that. He put this all together. The only part that I put in right now is just the club with the go-kart track. That's it. That's all I've done. Plus, I brought in Foxy, so I have my entertainer to go around showing the place
You know
off.
what you could do? You could set a couple spots up like this.
We could bring in Phil. I got uh, I got him at one of my other parks too, which is the Stay Puff guy, and we could use him in this park. But see, there's the Stay Puff. The Ghostbusters already got him in there, so that's why. Oh, you know what happened? I fired her. And just let everybody know when you click on her, there's a thing when you click on the employees and stuff like that. If you click on the finger, that sends them to the gate. That you just fired them. So I had to rehire her because the last thing I want to do is fire Foxy. Holy cow! She brings the crowd. She actually sells coffee because I've seen where she did her little speech, and I see people go over and buy a cup of coffee. And I got a little bit of nostalgia because when I first started creating the Christmas or the winter theme, well, that was part of the theme was a hot cup of coffee on a cool night. And that's when I introduced Foxy, and I've liked that kind of that Foxy theme and stuff. So I've been using that throughout all my parks. I'll always create a spot for the Foxy coffee. Plus, I'll create a little shelter or a little employee place where she could go and take a break. And that's what I'm creating right there now. I'm using, without actually taking a lot of his stuff out, I'm still using it. But I created a little spot for the employees to go to right there. And I thought that's what she needed at first, because that's, when you see them walking around with their heads down, sometimes they're looking for some place to go. If you don't have a facility for them, then they kind of, or like I did, I actually clicked on that finger and I fired her, so that's her, she was heading for the gate. So I had to rehire her and bring her back. And that's what part of this was. Right now, like I said, I'm creating an employee social spot for, like I said, I made it so there can be up to 10 employees in there at a time. It's a social club type thing there, so they could go and relax and rejuvenate. And if you're playing the management part about it, then that stuff comes into play when you're trying to motivate your employees, because you don't want to fire them. You got to pay them. That comes out of your budget. So there's a little bit of different things. You train them, that makes them a little better. But then you don't have to buy another employee because this one won't quit. Something like that. I don't know. I don't do the management thing. I'm pretty much a sandbox. I like the building.
We could put something in real quick here.
Yeah. Yeah, use that. Use the window. That one's there. Yeah, those work pretty good. So you create like a little archway with that, and then you can put the windows and stuff on, or you just, I can't remember what I did. Oh yeah, That makes it look like there's a door in the back that they could use to, but nah. It's right now the employees will jump over and so. But see, no, there's depending upon the build and like if you're doing like a competition or doing something, or some you open it up, a lot of going through like to see what's inside. So if you create uh, a building, and you create like a little theme inside the building, it makes it gives it a little adds a little bit to the yeah. This could be a real park as opposed to just. But you could do the fronts too. You could create a whole street where the guests are going around and it'd be all you see the front of the stuff, but there'd be nothing in the back. Just like a lot of parks actually do. Where they'll put this fake front up, you'll see, but behind it would be a warehouse or a place that maybe they park stuff. Yeah, see, this is where I'm social. Yeah, staff building change. I just gave it a place for the employees to go. See, all these employees that like, see, there's one that needs an employee. I'd have to hire one. And that's what I'm saying. It's easier sometimes when you open it up because your employees have something to do. They don't get bored um, and stuff like that. Now I'm trying to because see I didn't build this. This was all built by Scott. So I I need to find out where the paths are underneath the streets that he's put in. And that's what I'm saying. He did a good job. I mean, it's like, oh, cool. And see, when I put in a staff building, when I put it, it connected the pathway to the building, so I knew that one's good, and I can open it up. And that's a place for Foxy to go when she's needs a break from her audience. And what I might do, I might set up a camera crew because she likes to have it her performances videoed, and then it's just like a professional thing for her. But we do that for her, so I'll probably set up a little thing. And with this here, what it does is he put it up on a a workshop, workbench, or whatever. And so I went in and I uploaded it because I got him I got him as a follow, and I was able to install it. I opened it up under mine, and like he said, he kept it at a percentage that us PlayStation 4 can use it, and I appreciate that because, and the first when he was talking about this, I said, "Oh man, that was the first thing that triggered that," because he does that too, where he creates a little thing. He creates a little story behind it, and sometimes it's to honor somebody he knows. See, there's she'll poor thing. See her head's down, and she's oh. And like I said, I thought she was tired. I thought she was looking for a facility, but I had accidentally fired her. That's what's going on here. But no, like I said, he built all this. This is his park, and I just kind of coming in, and I'm having fun with it. He did a good job, and actually, it's like, see, her head's down. She's oh no, see, oh no, 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 no. You gotta rehire her. See, there's a little on the menu. See, she's mad. She got fired, and she shouldn't be fired. She's one of the best employees we have. In fact, she's one of the few employees we have. She's the only entertainer, I do believe. But we will bring in Phil. I think that's a good idea.
She got fired.
I got fired. Sorry, Foxy. But she's
So
cool.
when they're doing that kind of thing, that's what it is. They're usually fired. They're looking for an exit. But
Poor
what I
thing.
did too is
She
I
could have got
put
on the
like
bus. I could have done that. I could have made it like she got, and I could have, yeah, but nah.
go to her
We're getting to
spot,
the end of the
do
clip,
this, and
and
that
once
way
again,
you see it right from her
thank you,
view.
Scott. I want to do
Um,
more. I'll do some highlighting of the go kart track and stuff that I did, and from then on,
Shrikot's Coffee. You
script
got a
clip.
little staff building for
Written
her
by
now.
Edward L. Albright.
And she
Oh,
got her
cool.
spot right here.
Cut, print, and post.
And
Put
she
it
can
in the can
entertain
and
the
on the
crowds.
shelf. From ELA
She
Studio
can
and Sons,
entertain
Phil,
her
Ed, and
guests,
OelGrez.
her
Thank you for
followers.
watching, and thank you for following.
Oh, man.
All
So I
right.
think with that, I'm gonna
This
leave
has
it right
been
here and get
a
my
fun
friends
little
for
project
us.
we did.
I just want to say thank you, Scott. I appreciate. And Let's see what more we can do.
All
Okay,
right,
we'll
good
leave it
job,
at that.
everybody. Transitions, timing, everything is looking good. We made it under 14 feet straight. Good job, everybody.